Hey guys, this is what you're looking at. This is video number 2 on the What You're Looking At channel, working on version 2 slash M4 guns. So the first video was disassembling it down to the gearbox. Now we're actually going to open up the gearbox, and I'm just going to go over all the parts, very quickly, as I will show you how to rewire this in another video. I'm just going over all bases. That way, for all y'all beginners that do watch my videos, you'll know what to expect when you open up your own gearbox. Which I do encourage opening up gearboxes after you know exactly what you're doing. Really good being your own tech. But here we go. As you see, we got various screws in this gearbox. And I am just not going to videotape me doing that. Okay guys, as you see, all 9 body screws are here. Just going to point out all the locations of them real quick. 4 in the top, 1 in the front, 4 in the bottom, and then 1 right here in the back. So I've already taken it apart because I just wanted to first look at it, and of course my focus messed up the first time I opened it. But taking a first look here, the gun seems to be very well shimmed. Also very little grease up there, which is a good thing, because if you grease it the right way, you really don't need a lot. Okay, for y'all first timers out there, as you see, I have a screwdriver in the back. When you first take your gearbox apart, if you do have that hole, as you can see in the gearbox shell, you can do that. If not, you'll just have to be really careful when you open it up. So first thing you want to do is take out your piston, your spring, and your spring guide. Spring guide on this gun is plastic. It seems to be of okay condition, and since the gun has had no problems, I see no reason to have to replace it anytime soon. Spring, unfortunately, is not invariable, so you can see that as a downside, but I've had no problem with the gun yet. Actually very consistent on the FPS. And as I don't know if I've stated it, but I've put almost 12,000 rounds to this gun and absolutely no piston wear at all. I mean, like, I see a little, like the smallest, not even the smallest bit on the back of the piston. And I mean, that's absolutely awesome. And then for some reason there's this big slit cut out in the back, maybe to make it lighter. I'm not too sure though. But since the piston is in such good shape, I am not going to mess with any of that at all. So really nice to see. Moving on, we have the rest of our compression parts. If you'd like, get a small screwdriver and take off your tappet plate spring right here. You can lift this piece right off, and then you can lift out this whole assembly. Very carefully though. And then taking that out, we have our air nozzle, just standard black, nothing really special at all. And you got your tappet plate. Of course, this version 2 King Arms, it is red. Nice color, I don't know. And then cylinder head, really nice. Also, just to check out compression real quick, because the O-ring does look pretty good. Compression's pretty decent, so I ain't gonna mess with compression parts at all. So far, so good. I love the King Arms gearbox. Everyone who's doubted it, just watch this. You'll probably nitpick me, but starting off with the bevel gear here, no signs of wear at all, and it really seems like there's not that too. The gun seems shim pretty good. Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it. There's only 1 shim on each gear, so maybe they just did it right the first time. Who knows? And I might throw a little grease in here, but the grease in here looks high quality, even though it is a little black. Moving off, the sector gear here, very good pro here. We have a sector clip already installed, so that is a really nice touch. I love that. Every time I've put a sector clip into my guns, it's made them feed a million times better, and this gun already feeds great, so I know that's already a great addition. If I wanted to make this high speed, the gun would be able to handle it. Moving on to the spur gear here, our final gear, same thing. We just got 1 shim on each side. Sorry if I don't have that good of a focus right now. I am working on that, getting a new camera. Moving that to the side. Now all we have left is our trigger assembly pieces, and of course our wires, because the next video will be me showing you how to rewire a gun. So next, what you want to do is take off your trigger, or actually take off your spring off the trigger contacts. Just slide that right off the guide rod, and that kind of went right there. And then you're going to take off your spring. Do all this stuff carefully. You don't want the chance of breaking anything. And then you'll get a screwdriver, if I can find mine. And you're going to have 1 screw right here. You're going to take that out. That's why I love Phillips head screwdriver so much. I'm using the humongous screwdriver on a small screw, and that piece should be able to come right out. Okay, so yeah, this is my first time actually working with version 2 contacts, so sorry if it took me a little long there to take them out, or if it was off frame, which I'm 90% sure it was. So yes, this is something that's definitely going to be cleaned. Checking out the contacts, I don't know if you can see that, but very dirty. I'm going to sand those down really good, maybe hit it up with a very low speed on the Dremel, just very lightly to get off all that stuff to, you know, make conductivity a little bit better. Then moving out to the side, further disassembly of the gearbox. Here I'm going to zoom in now, definitely zoom in for this part. But okay guys, now we've taken out the trigger contacts. Now you're going to take off your safety lever switch here. I'm just making the names as I go along. If I named it right, let me know. You just take this one screw out, and then you take off the whole lever. You see you also got the other piece on the other side, so be careful here. So take that off, just push the lever through to the other side. That'll come right out. Well, not right out, but you get what I'm trying to say. So set all that aside, and then your last thing you really got to worry about that's on the physically inside the gearbox, besides, you know, your bearings or your bushings, whatever you might have in there. I got 7mm bearings in here. You take off your cutoff lever. I'm 90% sure that's what this is. Correct me if I'm wrong. For all extensive purposes, I'm still a gearbox noob, even though I've worked on them a lot now. Flipping over the gearbox shell now. Now we have our selector plate, and you'll have one screw right here, or I mean one spring right here. You're going to want to push that out, put that beside your cutoff lever, and then slide that plate right off. And then after that, you should have a bare gearbox. Really nothing else to it. Okay guys, that is my disassembly video, just showing you, going over all the parts inside of the gearbox, showing you what all of it is, you know. So overall, if you buy a King Arms, the limited or the anniversary edition, I forget which one it is, it's $185 up on Evike. Not a sponsorship there, but I'm just saying this is one of the best M4s I've ever bought, and it's a metal body, and it comes with all the little nice features on there. But next couple videos you'll see me wire this to the rear. So okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry if that was a very long disassembly. I just like to hit every part as I can, you know, possible. Okay guys, that's it. I'm out.